this for the love, for the love. Every song's for the love, for the love. Yeah, it's not all about me, all about me. See, here it is, here it is.
I spread J to the O to the Y through my MUSIC. I see when my raps it comes back. Spread J to the O to the Y through my MUSIC. I see when my raps it comes back. Spread J to the O to the Y through my MUSIC. I see when my raps it comes back. Spread J to the O to the Y through my MUSIC. I see when my raps it comes back. Spread J to the O to the Y through my MUSIC. I see when my raps it comes back. Spread J to the O to the Y through my MUSIC. I see when my raps it comes back.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yo. Yo. I am live. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it's been a minute. These glasses got the light shining in. Anyway, what's up, yo? First time in a minute doing this. I always say, I feel like every time I get on here, I go, all right, I'm going to do this every Monday now. We're going to get serious. We're going to do it every Monday. And then things happen, and I don't do it every Monday. But that's okay. I think what I'm going to do, the adjustment I'm going to make is I'm not going to say that anymore. I'm just going to pop on when is the right thing, you know? Doing a bunch of stuff right now. And sometimes Mondays, I'd be like, oh, I just want to chill. I want to get on and I don't know, especially before I was thinking I needed to have topics and stuff to talk about. Maybe if I don't feel that way, maybe if it's just to get on and create, then it takes a little pressure off and I can just go. So we'll see. We're going to figure it out. But today I want to create because I want to create a 3D model. I want to do some 3D modeling because I haven't done that in a while, and ooh, it's one of the skills that I want to keep, and I want to keep improving. And there was a second there where I was getting really good at the 3D modeling, but 2D stuff and writing, some of the projects we've been working on, been taken over, so haven't gotten too much into it. But we're gonna get back into it. We are gonna get back into 3D. And we're going to do it today. So that's what this is. That's what we about to do. That's what we about to do. Let's go to the other screen. All right. So I found this in advance, yo. This is a dude on Instagram, Mr. Revenge. And he's got some really interesting dark art. And it's pretty cool stuff. Darkwing Duck. But today I want to do this guy. This dude was speaking to me. So that's what we're going to do. And here we go. And while we do it, I might just talk a little bit. But who knows? Let's put that there. If I take this, put that over there. All right, we're going into 3D. And again, this is our motivation right here. I wish there was an easy way to keep that on screen. There might be a way to do that, but oh well, we're just gonna do it this way. We're gonna do it like this. All right. Let's see, I think the first thing I want to do is add a floor. So that's our floor. This is the young man here. I think that I want to Alright, so what we're doing here, I'm gonna do the pants. Do the kid's pants first. Is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to do? That is what I want to do. I'm going to add a mirror modifier. So I cut it in half, and then I'm adding the mirror modifier. And the reason I do that is, let's see if I can make this work. So got that. If I choose this, pull this out, GX. There we go. That's what we'll do. Take all of this, GX. Okay. And then ding 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 ding. And the artist at the top was Jay Steele, also known as The Truth. Holla at that dude. Good guy. Solid human being. Dope hip hop artist. Out of New Jersey. Dirty Jersey. Alright, so the other thing I want to do is I want to kind of work on this for like till 11 at the latest. So I'm going to see what we can accomplish in about an hour. Ote. Ote, te, te. Alright. Control Alt 0. Interesting. Shift Alt 0. Control Alt 0. Supposed to put the camera here. Dun, dun. Control number pad 0. Okay. Someone tell me why the camera, there we go. Camera is supposed to come there. That's where we want ya. All right. So we got the pants. Let's get the cuff going. Let's add another cube in here. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Whoa, what's happening? Z. Why would that be happening? Why? That's weird. That doesn't make sense. GY, GX. If I go this way, oh, interesting. Is it the clipping that does that? GX. Okay. Man, I tell you, when you don't do this for a little bit, you start to lose it. GX. There we go. Okay. Ding 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 ding. GY. Okay. Okay. GX. Pull that in as close as we can. GX. Pull that in as close as we can. GY. Bam. GY. Okay. Here we go. Little crease. I'll open that up just a bit. Bang. Okay. Shade smooth. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What is this? What is that? There's a rip here. GX. Okay. Clipping. GX. All right, all right. We're getting it together. We're getting it together. I figure I should do the shoes now. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give it a mirror modifier. Boom. And we're going to say across the x-axis. And we're going to use this as the center point so it knows to do it just like that. And we're going to do a subdivision surface, which smooths out all the edges. Okay. Okay. All right. Doing pretty good on time, I think. I kind of want to get to the good part sooner, which I think is the, which part is the good part, Bill? The good part is like the face. That's what I want to get to. I might, yeah, so we'll see. We'll get there. All right, we got a block. Subdivide that. Add some detail. GZ. we doing? What are we doing? Shade smooth. All right. Hold on, what we're gonna do? Zoom, 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 zoom. Dun, 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 dun. GX. Let's bring these in closer. Let's bring this guy in closer as well. Okay. Let's do this kid's head up here. Start with a cube, same deal. GX, GZ, subdivision surface, S, S. Shade smooth. All right. Then what do we want to do? What do we want to do? If I take this, I go R. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I don't think that's what I want to do. In fact, if I hide you, go here, I want to shrink you down like so. GZ, a bit like this. There we go. Alright. Now I want to duplicate you. SX, SZ, SX, SY. Local SZ. What we'll do is we will mirror this guy as well. There. It's pretty much a symmetrical character for the most part, so that's a good look. Dang it. It's not what we want, this is it. Let's leave it at that for now. Alright. Get the arms going. go. 3 R. S. Nope. Rotation scale. Rotation scale. Let's see how to do this next part. Alright, I think this is the part where you gotta get into some nitty gritty. I said this a long time ago. Fingers, man. Fingers. Alright, so for this, I'm going to, so far we've kept everything pretty low poly, but for this I'm going to go into sculpt mode. Do that. Object, we're going to Control A, we're going to apply those things, then we're going to go sculpt, bang bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang, bang. No, that's the wrong way. It's gotta go this way. There we go. We're doing this guy. Just so now you see it's not low poly anymore. It's a more complex structure, isn't it? Dino topology, face disable. Okay. It's a bit more of it's a bit different, isn't it? So if we look at the reference, we'll come back with that. The reference he's got these very pointy fingers. So I'm gonna try to stay true to that. Try to stay true to that. True that, son. Bruh. Random. Okay. Just little random noises. Make sure y'all wake up. Make sure everybody awake. Alright, time to try to sharpen this guy up. How are we gonna do that? Damn, son. How'd you do that? Dum, 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 dum. Oh, baby. You've been writing this whole time, by the way, Sheba, and I have not been paying attention. An excellent streamer, by the way. Who doesn't look at the chat at all. Let's see here, baby. Sheba says, do you, baby, love a Billy 3D model? Side note, babe. The 88 the 88 Lionsgate portal is the opening of the galactic gate and symbolizes an outburst of high frequency energy or wisdom that brings us a great opportunity for growth and manifestation. I love it. I love it. Thank you, baby. How's this looking right now? It's looking a little weird. So I'm going to split this so I can see it from here, and then I'm going to go here with it. So here we are. RZ it. Since this guy's more effect, let me turn it the other way actually. Princes of the universe. Here we are, we're the princes of the universe. Okay. Okay, okay. Gonna add a mirror modifier for that guy. Gonna add a mirror modifier for that guy. Alright, so we're gonna mirror all of these. All of these get a mirror. Wish there was a quicker way to do this. But right now, I think I have to. Is this Q2? Yes. I have to go one by one. Alright. So they're mirrored. How are we doing on time? Dag, 30 minutes in. Okay, okay. Let's leave that for now. Let's come back to this head here. So this camera has to be improved, doesn't it? Pull you out, pull you up, out, okay. This actually looks like it's down nearer to the floor. GZ, but rotated upward. So let's do it like this. GZ, boom. Lovely. Since the camera looks like it's a square camera, or at least the Instagram joint is square, so I'm gonna go 1200 by 1200. Yes. Yes. There we go. Okay. All right. So here we are. So I see some challenges off break that I might want to just address right now. First off, Son is fatter. He's a bigger kid than that. So I want to respect that truth. I think he'll be better if he is a big boy. Big boy! That means that these pants also have to go out a little bit, like so. And maybe we can get the bottoms of these pants too. There we go. Okay. Let's get into into some of the fun part here. Shall we? Let's shall. Matter of fact, before we get into the fun part, let's do the ears. X. The arrows on this kid are pretty large, so let's make them pretty large. Like that. There we go. Let's take this. Pull it in some. Oh, wait a second. What's happening? L, let's do P selection. Let's make this its own thing. Okay, great. It's its own thing. We are going to hide this. We're going to go right into that ear. And let's sculpt. Control A, rotation and scale, sculpt. Topo. Object mode. Let's apply this. And then we'll do sculpt. Topo. Interesting. Generative modifiers detected. If I take that off for now. Okay. Sculpt. What do we got on this? Great. Alright. So, I'm just gonna Galileo. Boom. Just like that, we got an air, bruh. Shit smooth. Now I put the mirror on. Wait. Now I put the head back on. Now I put the mirror across here. Fantastic. Great. Oh, yeah. Okay, now for the fun part. Just as a reminder what we're working with, we got this weird looking kid here. The fun part. Time for the fun part. Alright, so to get this going, I'm gonna go sculpt and I'm gonna go Dino Topo. What is that telling me? Oh, crap. What? What the? Alright. Apply that. Dino Topo. We're gonna do mirror on the X and Y. Chris, what up? I'm using Blender. I've been using this software since Tom Rosendale made it. Since he made it, yeah, 22 years. Bro, this Blender is a hidden gem. You know, anybody who's into this and not using this, big mistake. Yeah, I got into it. Let's see, I got into Blender maybe about 15 years ago. No, less than that. 8 years ago. So you've been on it back when that thing was really hard to use, right? It wasn't really user friendly, probably. They slowly just kept getting better at it or with it. And I love where it is right now, man. When I first got it, even, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, it would crash every 3 minutes, and, they had weird user interface issues and all that, but yeah. Okay. So we've done that. Let's see. No, I want this guy. All right. So I've got the mirror on, and the problem is that this character in the face is not symmetrical. So I'm going to take the mirror off and start to deal with it this way. It's the most powerful software for this. RenderMan even reworked the source for their purposes at Pixar. Really? Pixar's using Blender? I did not know that. And you used to use 3D Studio Max? Yeah, man. I remember the big choice between Studio Max and Blender, and I was like, I think Studio Max at that point was like 4,000. Like, and I don't remember them having a payment plan either. It was just like, it wasn't a subscription joint. I was like, oh boy. And then Blender was free by comparison, so I was easy. I will go Blender. And again, I think there was a difference around that time. You could see there was, like, Studio Max was just a polished software and Blender was not. But now, Blender, boy, it has... I don't know how they're able to do it, frankly. The 3D stuff and the 2D stuff, it's just insane. Pixar uses Blender. Wow. That's crazy. It's impressive, man. And the owner, the Blender guy says he swears he's gonna keep it free forever. He's not interested in money. That is a quote. That's what he said. Let's see. I hope that continues to be true. Yep, 3DS is better. But that's gone now, exactly, man. All right. Looks like a big hole in his face, huh? We're gonna have to correct some of this. Gee. Whoa. All right. I think I want to get the gums going. Yikes. What's happening here? Come on, come on. Vision surface. Chris. It's always been free. He makes his money off books and plugins. So if you don't mind me asking, what are you working on? It feels weird. It's just me and your old lady here. It's all good, bro. I'm working on this, man. I found this on Instagram. This dude, Mr. Revenge. And he does like dark drawings. So, yeah. Chris, you're not subscribed to me? Trying to think what's the best move here. All right, now that we got that in place, I think what I want to do is get it there and flip it RY 180 and put this up there. This. All right, that's just for now. All right, and then we sculpt. Nice, okay. I don't know, bruh. You must have liked something. I'm glad you did. Let's see. Oh, it's the TD Jakes. There it is. Yeah, man. Since you've seen it, you know my wife has some very direct words for TD Jakes. go. There we go. Let's going. Smooth, shade smooth. All right, so for this part, what do I want to do first? We do the eyes. So I'm going to sculpt, and I'm going to put the mirror back on. He's got good taste, babe. Chris remembers now. What was it, Chris? Just a damn good video? True. I don't want to say it, brother. Alright, so this is around the point where men and women are meant to complement each other in different ways. Okay? No argument there. Stretch that out a little bit. Go. Men and women are meant to complement each other in different ways through the understanding of the hermetic principle of gender. One can come into an acceptance of their gender role. The man cannot move forward without the woman, and vice versa. I don't know the hermetic principles of gender, or maybe I don't know that term. As the proton cannot move forward without the electron. Okay. This kid's looking a little too cute for me right now, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna try to correct that. I think the mouth is too wide. Oops, I got the mirror on. Take that off. It's supposed to be wider at the bottom. Whoa. Tighter at the top. It's deeply African. Shiva says, what about gay men, lesbians, and non-binary people? Chris says, they are at conflict with the law as opposed to in harmony with it. Yikes. I gotta look this up, man. I'm unfamiliar with this law. I'm unfamiliar, like, from where does it derive? Where does this law get its power from? On what does it rest? Its assertions? Might have to do some Googling after this. The all? I think that's the answer to where it gets its where it derives its authority from, the all. Yeah, bruh. I don't know anything about it, man. But in my view, you know, gender is a bunch of social constructs, bruh. It's a bunch of ideas on what is natural and what is good, and it's related to social interactions and domestic interactions, familial roles, down to clothing, and it evolves through history on a specific plot of land. It evolves as the laws change and as people change their rigid sense of how people should behave. And I'm generally I'm generally, like, in a sense of suspicion with gender, right? Because it seems to me that it changes. So in terms of, it sounds like you're talking about something that's a lot more rigid, a lot more solid. But in my view, it is something that is extremely fluid and and roles, gender roles in particular, any kind of a role is, to me, obviously a social construction. Colloquium would like you to believe that gender is relative, but it's pervasive throughout everything that is. Gender is not sex and is not gender. Right. Yeah. I think a lot of times the confusion is when people think they think they're talking about gender, and then they confuse words like woman with female. They confuse words like man with male. It seems to me that man and woman relate to the social sphere, which is why you can tell someone to be a man or act like a lady, act like a woman, or be more womanly or manly, while you never get that with male or female, because that's much more biological. If only, could I rephrase that question? If only women can give birth, then how? I would rather, because to me, again, woman is a term of gender, which is a social construction. So I would say only females can give birth. That seems to be more accurate. What do you say if I say that? Gender behavior. And non-binary people. Both male and female possess the masculine and feminine. Correct. I agree. Please look into Hermetic principle of gender at least before trying to box me into this or that. Yeah. I don't mind looking into it, bro. And I do not want to box anyone in too soon, but I do want to just kind of get a sense of what you're saying. Dang. All right, so before I look into the Hermetic principles, bro, my question to you then is, what are gender? Let me go back to it. What is a masculine Hermetic gender role? How does that manifest? How do I? And what benefit is it? Is it something that I should aspire to? Should I be actively looking to be masculine because of my sex? How does that work? So help me out. So Sheba and Chris are having a little back and forth. Chris, my understanding of the non-binary people I know who talk about their non-binary nature, it is both a rejection of your typical gender and it is a fluidity between what we call genders and all of it. So this seems to be like a yes and rather than a no. It would be better to try to learn rather than to try to convince. But we can say the same to you, brother. So again, the gender non-binary people I know would say that they are expressing a gender fluidity. But I think, in terms of this hermetic thing, I'm gonna have to look into it. I'm gonna read it, Chris. I'm just not gonna read it right now. Just not right now, but I will read it. .03. Okay, so why is non-binary hermetic and not gender-based is what you're saying? Chris, you go to that too quickly, bro. They want the bag, but not the go to wisdom. That's too like we didn't even have a proper conflict for you to say that yet. It's pseudoscience. I have read it. Interesting. I do have a question out there, Chris, which is, what about non-binary isn't fluid? What about non-binary is sexual, not gender-based? I know you're gonna type more than that. Apply. Solid, solidify. No. Dang it. Oh boy. Chris, you picked a Hermes. I could pick a god of the many gods that people in different civilizations and societies have heralded. I could pick Aphrodite, or Zeus, or something, and make a claim. I'm asking you to tell me, like you're calling it knowledge and you speak with a lot of confidence, but I guess I just need to read it then, because maybe you're not gonna share how it works. Or again, why, as a scientific fact, one cannot gain knowledge from opinion. So why is yours knowledge? Why is what you've said knowledge? What is the qualifying element that lets us know the difference between knowledge and opinion, Chris? Simply LOL, I did not write it. Just about the pants will have to be blue color. Pants to But Chris, why is Hermetic gender principles a fact and not a theory? You simply drawn up what you want to be a fact and what you don't want to be a theory, and then other things are theories and other things. I mean, this is something that anyone can do. Okay, so in what way, how has Hermetic gender theory met the conditions of scientific method? I mean, I don't even like that definition, frankly. But I'll go with it. How has the Hermetic gender theory, well, you wouldn't call it a theory. How is the Hermetic gender stuff a fact? Oh, it is a theory. Okay. One that disproves all others so far. How? Okay. All right. All right. You didn't, maybe you didn't say that, Chris, but you did say, when my wife brings up the gender book by Alok, you said that's pseudoscience. It's better to learn. You said I learn knowledge. The things you're asking me to learn are opinions. So it sounds like you are saying that what you brought to the table is knowledge. And so I want to know what is it passes logical fallacy tests as opposed to others. It sounds like a theory or that you appreciate more. You have a personal bias towards this theory. You like that it's attached to a god of a civilization, of which there are many. And so people could do that. But there are lots of things attached to gods that nobody worships any longer. So, in any case, because I don't even know how we got here, I still think gender, and I'll look into this later when I have time, brother, but I think that gender is it shows up differently in different cultures and at different time periods. And that to me is a lot of the evidence for why it's socially constructed. And the ways it shows up, the kinds of ways that men and women are expected to present and behave are unique to different cultures and different times. You pursue knowledge, okay? I think the book, Alok's book, isn't so much opinion as it is a documentation, a written work. It's poetic, it's creative of their personal truth and experience, their understanding of the human experience as they've experienced it. And they're also pretty well-read people, that author. So, how about this? You said you've already read the book. I mean, I'm surprised by that, actually. I'll read the Hermetic John. I was gonna say read it again, but if you've already read it, But I'm gonna Google and figure out this Hermetic thing. I didn't say he's a Greek god. I didn't say he's a Greek god. Actually, there is a Greek god named Hermes, but you're talking about sounds like one that is of the African diaspora. But that doesn't, you see what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't say anything about the truthiness of anything. The only thing you've given me so far is that it is a story about the life of Hermes. And that just doesn't do anything for me. Hermes is the god of wisdom in all ancient religion. The Hermetic principles are based on this man's life. Then you say, I learned knowledge. I know you didn't say that, but we are educated under Western ideals, not free thought. No, the Greek god Hermes is about the real Hermes Trismegistus. Okay. All right, bruh. Yeah. I mean, I'm not an expert on these different gods and these different faiths, and so I'll have to read up on that. But as it pertains to like the relevant question of what is gender, I guess my position still holds. Okay. Get back to my guy here. Okay. Actually, here's my question. Though I've answered you, and your lack of understanding won't be held against you. Thanks, Chris. The one thing I want to say, like, before you bounce, or before I go and check out the Hermes thing, I want to understand, what does it say to me as a male person? What does it mean for me? That's my question, Chris. As a man. I'm not leaving. I want you to understand this. I want to see your eyes when it hits. Awesome. Whoa, come on. Chris, help me out here, Chris. I wanna learn here. And you're saying interesting phrases, but I need something to chew on. And I have a specific question. I want to know, what does the Hermetic principle tell me as a man? And note that you're calling it knowledge, which earlier we were disputing fact and opinion, and you're heralding it as knowledge, which means it's up there in the fact area, even though you seem to backtrack from that a little bit earlier. But let's see. Chris, you haven't said anything. Only those ready to hear can hear. Say something so that I can. Well, I can't hear you. I'll read it. I mean, how do you know that I'm not ready to hear if you haven't even attempted to say anything of knowledge transcends fact, opinion? That's convenient. Baby, let Chris please answer my questions that won't go unanswered, it seems. I've said so much. Okay. Chris, you said that you said that you weren't gonna leave because you wanted to see my eyes open. But when it hits, tell me, what do you imagine I am? I think right now you're a person who won't articulate, you won't answer the question that I've asked. So that's all I know. I know you have a connection to this thing that you want to share, but you're not really willing to share for some reason. But I'm not communicating. So let me tell you what I think about gender, okay? And then you reply with what you think about gender. I'll say it again. I think gender is a social construct. It shows up differently in different cultures. I have issues with everything, sort of, even down to your question of what knowledge. If we had time, I would talk about the ideas of what knowledge is, and how you can discern it from other things. I think just because something is ancient doesn't make it true. I think gender is a socially constructed thing, and that's my opinion. That's it's an opinion I can back up through historical Chris, what are you talking about, Chris? She actually has no problem with, I'll let her speak for herself, but with men who may or may not be smart, intelligent. She's engaging with you in a conversation. So I feel like a lot of the times, Chris, you go back to these quotes that you have, and references to what is knowledge versus opinion. That's you doing that. No one else is doing that. Like, we're offering you different definitions, books even, and you're the only one making claims about, I deal with knowledge that you have some special access to. That's you, bro. And you're taking, so double down on not wanting anything you have. What are we talking about here? Chris, you're probably not, Chris. FY. You haven't demonstrated that in this conversation at the very least. Now, this conversation may not be an indication of your intelligence, but you don't know who you're talking to. That's the thing throughout this whole conversation, Chris. You're the one talking about knowledge versus opinion. You deal with this. You are on some elevated space. Why is someone... No one... People are engaging with you. You're in this weird defensive posture. Every time I look over, this posture is a defensive, like, you know, you have to assert how intelligent you are. We can simply exchange ideas without whatever that is. Chris, you have, if we scroll up just a little bit, it says, does it bother you too that I'm more intelligent than you? You're the only person bringing that energy, trying to assess your intelligence without asserting points of view that guide us that way. You're the one with a sign saying, look at me, I'm intelligent. You're the only one trying to demean other people to say that you're more intelligent than them. And that's an indication of something within you that's not us. Like, so we're responding to that. And it's right here in the chat. So you can't say you're not doing that. People strange as hell, bruh. People strange. strange. Damn, I've been here almost 2 hours. All right, at the 2 hour mark, I'm gonna wrap this up. He seemed to value intelligence and devalue sensitivity while overestimating his own intelligence and underestimating his sensitivity. Yeah, exactly. It's a little weird. People strange, bruh. People strange. People strange, bruh. I don't understand why he shied away from my question. I had a viable question which would have broken this thing wide open. Maybe we would have figured it all out if he would have attempted my question. But wanted to know what it all means for me. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Just trying to figure out what does it all mean for me in present day. But it is what it is. Yeah, I got that sense too. So rough. You gotta deal with that so much. Sorry, babe. That's crazy. That was a real example of it too, Sheeves. That's really nuts. Okay. We're at the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna wrap it up right here, but here we are. Looking for Hermes. Alright. Here's what we got. We're working on this guy. And we are coming along. I think next time I am going to, I'm gonna work on the hair. I'm gonna get the eyes going. Get the belt. Get some of these details in. Yerp. That's what we're gonna do. Thanks for watching, folks. Peace.